Goodbye Cream album. Goodbye, also called Goodbye Cream, is the fourth and final studio album by Cream, with 3 tracks recorded live and 3 recorded in the studio. It was released in Europe by Polydor Records and by Atco Records in the United States, debuting in Billboard on 15 February 1969. It reached number 1 in the United Kingdom and number 2 in the US. A single, Badge, was subsequently released from the album a month later. The album was released after Cream disbanded in November 1968. Background and recording, compiling artwork, and packaging. The original plan for Goodbye was to make it a double album, with one disc featuring studio recordings and the other with live performances like Wheels of Fire. With a lack of quality material on hand, however, the album was only one disc with 3 live recordings and 3 studio recordings. The original LP release of the album was packaged in a gatefold sleeve with art direction handled by Hague Edition. The outer sleeve featured photography by Roger Phillips with a cover design by the Alan Aldridge Ink Studios, while the inner sleeve featured an illustration of a cemetery by Roger Hayne that had the song titles on tombstones. A compact disc reissue of the album for the Cream Remasters series in 1998 featured an inlay photograph and had the inner sleeve illustration in the liner notes of the album. Critical reception. In a contemporary review for Rolling Stone, music critic Ray Rizzo's felt Cream deserved to depart with a better album. He wrote that most of the live songs sounded inferior to the original recordings, and that the studio tracks were marred by the same flaw as on Wheels of Fire, namely the presence of blues playing on songs whose compositions were not blues in his opinion. Nonetheless, Goodbye was voted the 148th best rock album of all time in Paul Gambaccini's 1978 poll of 50 prominent American and English rock critics. In a retrospective review for AllMusic, senior editor Stephen Thomas Erlewine called Goodbye a work of hard, heavy rock and strong moments rather than cohesiveness, with live music that is generally better than on Wheels of Fire and a side of studio recordings that also found Cream at something of a peak. Robert Christgau also reacted favorably to the album, citing it as his favorite record from the group. J.D. Considine was less impressed in the Rolling Stone Album Guide 1992, deeming Goodbye an incomplete record with exquisite studio work but mediocre live performances. Track listing. Sides 1 and 2 were combined as tracks 1-6 on CD reissues. Notes: 1-3 recorded live at the Forum, Los Angeles, 19 October 1968. Original pressings of the album as well as the single list composer credit on Badge to Clapton alone. Anyone for Tennis was originally released as a non-album single as well as by Atco on the soundtrack album to the film The Savage 7 catalog No. SD 33 minutes, 245, 1968. The song was subsequently sometimes included on pressings of Wheels of Fire 1968 and later pressings of Goodbye by Polydor. Personnel. Cream. Eric Clapton guitars all tracks, lead vocals 4, 6 backing vocals 1, vocals 1, backing vocals 1, vocals 1, 1, vocals 1, Jack Bruce bass guitar 1-5, Ginger Baker drums all tracks, backing vocals 1, 6, percussion 6 additional musicians, Elangelo Misterioso George Harrison rhythm guitar 4, Felix Pappalardi piano 4, Mellotron 4, 5, bass 6 recording, engineers Bill Haverson, Adrian Barber, Damon Lyon Shaw, charts, certifications, references,